going to be amazing to watch Herbert, Mahomes, and Allen light the world on fire this year. That guy's done it for 18 years. Back-to-back MVPs. Been going against a new Vikings head coach. How's it going to go for Green Bay? Scoreless early. 4th and 1. Cousins, Jefferson. A trend all day. Wide open. No one in his stratosphere. Look at O'Connor. Yeah! Let's go. Now watch. Rodgers going to fire back. He got some new weapons. They spent a second-round pick on Christian Watson and touchdown. Oh, my God. That is a
Look at the sideline. Look at the sideline. They all
look before we got it. Oh, no. Christian Watson out of North Dakota State. You remember him. He's supposed to be this number 1. Rodgers, a lot of unspoken there. Second quarter. He's got a guy. Is this guy any good? Justin Jefferson. Is there a brighter future star in the league than Justin Jefferson? Just running away from this allegedly great Packers secondary. And if you thought that one was something, they're just going to keep running this back, all right? So on the call, it goes, how is he this wide open? Look at Jefferson just standing there waiting. Who's going to fair caught it? Down the sideline, a little tricky footwork. Touchdown, Justin Jefferson. Between him, Micah Parsons, and Jamar Chase, I think they're all going to go in the Hall of Fame together, first ballot. Same class, same everything. 158-2 in the first half. There is your buddy cop movie, guys, all the way to the MVP. 17-0, the Packers are down. And watch this. Boom! That's back-to-back MVP just smashed. And if you see, Rodgers takes his time getting up from this. He was a little bit shaken up. He lost the ball. He had run-ins with Zadarius Smith. Look at the forearm shot to the back of the ribs. A liver blow in the boxing world. Rodgers was all kinds of theater on the sideline, on the field. A lot of wincing, a lot of talking, and 0-0 scoring, short of one touchdown that didn't mean much. Guys, the Packers were never in this game. Never. The Vikings dominated from start to finish. 7 points, like you said. I'm verklempt.
Yeah, you're Collinsworth right now.
Listen, I made Collinsworth sound like a soprano. He was tough as hell. Rodgers, though, said, look. We had shots.
These guys are NFL players. There's expectation, whoever's in there, that they're going to play well. We had a lot of chances today. You know, I'm not taking anything away from their defense, but we hurt ourselves many times, myself included. I had a lot of opportunities to score more than 7.
Time for today's wake-up call presented by Verizon. Lowest team score by a reigning MVP in Week 1. Lowest team score. Rodgers made the list not once but twice in the past 2 seasons. It's interesting that he tops that. Opportunities were left out there, which causes some level for concern for the Packers after the Week 1 loss. Let's gauge that level. Peter?
There's concern for sure. That was a one-sided game, and to start the season off was bad like that. But I don't have as much concern about the passing offense as I do about the pass protection. And I know this is in the weeds, and this is usually where we bring in Baldinger, Sean O'Hara to go down. But all summer, it's like Bakhtiari. Bakhtiari didn't play. Still hurt. Elgin Jenkins, he's back. Didn't play. He's hurt. And Rodgers felt it. And it was like, if you're not going to spend on Devontae Adams, and we're banking on, all right, it's going to be 2 running backs, and we got the tight end. You can't have Rodgers running around like a chicken with his head cut off the entire game, and that's what this was. So the concern is there, but my silver lining is that the NFC was god-awful yesterday. Everyone was terrible. They are good. I know they're good. I know he's the MVP. He didn't light up anyone after the game. Doesn't seem like he's in meltdown mode. And for whatever reason, take a look at this. This is Matt LaFleur in his seasons as an NFL head coach. Like, he's had one against the Vikings. Other than that, 2022, 2021, that's 7 points, 3 points, 3 points. Odd pattern, but like they usually figure it out. They go 13-3 every year. I'm not freaking out if I'm a Packers fan this morning. Get Bakhtiari and Jenkins back, but please tell me Bakhtiari and Jenkins are coming back because all summer that was the story that Bakhtiari is going to be all world. He didn't play Week 1.
Yeah, and you talked about it. Injuries up front. You talked Bakhtiari, Jenkins not playing. Lazard not playing. Devontae Adams is gone. We knew the offense might start slow, but we were expecting this defense to show up and show out. And Kirk Cousins had his way with them yesterday. We watched Justin Jefferson making catches all over the field, over 180 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. We talked about Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes being one of the best cornerback duos in the NFL, and it just did not show. LaFleur, after the game, talked about their secondary, and he said, hey, we had a ton of blown coverages. We're just cutting Jefferson loose. There's no way we can cut 18 loose, making wide open catches. And you talk about this Packers defense and what they were supposed to be. You look at the Packers defense compared to what the Vikings defense looked like yesterday. Packers, 0 takeaways, only 1 sack. Peter, you just showed how Aaron Rodgers was under pressure the entire game, taking big hits, 4 sacks and 2 takeaways for that Vikings defense. Packers well underperformed on the defensive side of the ball, where we were expecting that to be a strength for them this year.
There's some teams that we're already really worried about. You know, we're worried about the Patriots. We're obviously worried about the Cowboys. We're really worried about the Jets. I'm not there yet. I'm not terribly worried about the Bengals, and I'm not terribly worried about the Packers. Some of the stuff that Peter mentioned. However, given the context of what we spent the entire offseason talking about, the Devontae departure, these new guys, can they do it? This is like a pro wrestling thing. This Christian Watson thing is like, you couldn't script it more dramatically. This is full Vince McMahon. Are you telling me in the first game, after 6 months of talking, this is gonna happen? It was like they were in on it, just to juice the drama. And then afterwards, you get the loaded looks from Rodgers, you get the loaded quotes from Rodgers, which I completely appreciate and understand. But guys, this is it. Are they gonna go back to the playoffs? Are we gonna look back at that play and be like, man, remember when he dropped that one and then he went on to be Offensive Rookie of the Year? Or are those guys not up to the moment, and that kid played football at North Dakota State? That was a heavy, heavy moment. Next week is a huge week for Aaron Rodgers, because even though they did get crushed last year in week 1, in week 2, it was Devontae all over the field. Go look it up. He ain't there this year. I think they have the Bears next week,
They do.
of which he actually owns them. You can't lose that game, right?
Speaking of owning them, it was like so nice last week when Aaron Rodgers gave us that soundbite of him smirking slyly and saying, like, as far as I know, I've always been the king of the NFC North. Right. It's like, okay, if you're going to say that, then deliver. I feel like you propped it up for us to be like, wow, look, he's been hiding something from us with these wide receivers. Wow, look what it's going to be like.
That's right.
And then it wasn't. And that's okay. And to Jason's point, then someone else needs to step up, and it has to be your star power defense. In the last 6 years at the NFL draft, the Packers have gone 5 defensive players. The only offensive player they have taken is Jordan Love. And so and all these guys are still there. If this is where you're going to invest, if you're going to choose not to invest in wide receivers in the first round, if you're going to choose to invest in defense, then how do you let, in week 1, you just had all offseason to prepare for Justin Jefferson. He's not new. He's not freshly spectacular. He is trying to establish himself as a foregone Hall of Fame conclusion, and he just showed us why in the first week. Justin Jefferson is. And your secondary just let him do it.
I know.